Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be talking about my experiences with Deathless runs, or Borderlands as they are commonly called, to possibly help the people who are also trying to do one, or maybe they're just trying to get better at the game. If you guys haven't heard already, I was the first person to reach OP10 in Borderlands 2 without ever dying back in June 2019, and it was a very proud moment for myself and the community. I have made a video a while back on this subject, but I have not done a good job explaining any of the tips or the routes that I use, so I'll be going over them in a more clear manner. Now, the first obvious tip that everyone will tell you whenever you're doing a hardcore Deathless run is that they'll just tell you, just don't die, lol. And while some of us take that for granted, sometimes this is a helpful tip to have because all the implications that that sentence has. My Twitch chat constantly reminds me of this tip, and I actually start playing less aggressively when I do sometimes. And it's a good reminder for yourself that you're doing a Deathless run. The second tip, and this is by far the most important one, is that you always want to route your runs. And this applies to everything, not just in Borderlands. Having no idea what you're going to do or just winging it always causes deaths, as you always run into unexpected consequences. In most of my Deathless runs, I never stop to think what I'm going to do next, because I have a planned route that I'll use all the way up to OP10, and I routed it based on what I've experienced. Routes change on a person-to-person basis. You just have to play the game and find out what works for you. And another example of proving that this works, Joel's dude's first one life ever got to OP8 in the first try because he actually planned his whole run from the beginning and knew what he was doing, versus going in there unprepared. And the third tip is about character selection. There is no best character for One Life or any Deathless runs. The first ever One Life was completed as an Axton, not on Maya or Salvador. You have to pick the character that you feel most comfortable with and then do the run with them, as you'll struggle much less trying to build them and seeing what works. The fourth and final tip I have to give here is that you need to worry a lot about crowd control. If you can get yourself a low-level Singularity, they start spawning at level 19, preferably a zero fuse longbow one, then that's going to save you a lot of trouble in the future, as Singularities have the ability to stun enemies for 2 seconds, and that can mean life and death in some situations, especially the peak. I hope you guys found this video helpful in any way. I've been doing Deathless runs since 2013, which is basically when I started streaming, and now I'm expanding to Minecraft hardcore runs, as these have been interesting me as of late. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.